Hello, I'm Brandt Patton, Chief Executive Officer of Solar Tech, the renewable energy arm of Patton General Contracting. We've been in business since 1967, and we've been installing solar products since 1992. In fact, we've built the largest solar contracting company in the country the old-fashioned way, one satisfied customer at a time. The road to energy independence can be traveled in 2 easy steps. Step 1, efficiency. Step 2, install renewable energy. Once we've gotten you efficient, now we can accurately size the smallest solar system that will satisfy your needs. The road to energy independence starts today. Efficiency. The cheapest watt of power is the watt that never had to be produced because it was saved. So let's get started.
The history of science and technology is prologue to what lies ahead for all of us in the future.
The frontiers of human advancement are now in the hands of entrepreneurs who long ago saw their potentials and are now bringing them to fruition.
Circa 1966, America is racing to put the first man on the moon.
The challenges, immense. The technologies, in their infancy.
In space, there is no protection from Earth's atmosphere.
Temperatures range from minus 460 degrees to 250 degrees above zero.
NASA had to protect their astronauts and create a comfortable environment for them to accomplish their mission.
The solution was actually a simple one. Reflect the radiant heat.
NASA developed methods of using thin layers of reflective materials to cover their spacecraft and insert into their spacesuits.
The result? An American flag on the moon.
The Eagle has landed. It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Today, in the next century, we are living in a technologically advanced world. Visionaries who recognized the science of the past and developed it for the future have changed our world for the better.
Now you, the homeowner, can use space-age technology to protect your homes, bring comfort to your families, and save money on your utility bills.
Passion for us is that imagine when you have a product that drops people's utility bills and makes them 10 degrees cooler in the summer and winter, and they have an ability to be more comfortable and they're not aware of it. So from a environmental standpoint, imagine when we have this product in every home and business in the United States, that really decreases our dependency on foreign oil and gas a lot.
Recognizing one of the largest industries in the world today, energy.
We all want our families to live in a comfortable home.
Our babies need to stay warm.
Our children need their sleep.
Our elderly need to stay healthy.
We all need energy for our family's well-being.
But energy costs money.
And in today's world, families are struggling to simply pay their bills.
Everyone is looking for a way to spend less and save more. We simply have to.
Unfortunately, most people are letting their hard-earned dollars be literally sucked away.
Through their vents and into the hands of their utility companies.
My electric bill was almost as much as my mortgage.
We were worried about the baby's room upstairs because it was really hot.
My wife and I would be constantly changing the thermostat.
Would come home and the internal temperature of the house was hotter than it was outside.
We all want a more comfortable home, and we need to lower our bill.
Experienced utility savings from 20% all the way up to 44%.
Is reflective insulation, which when simply laid on top of your existing ceiling insulation, can significantly reduce your heating and cooling bills and extend the life of your heater and air conditioner.
Literally hundreds and thousands of people are enjoying more comfortable homes and businesses.
We really didn't know how much we'd save, but once we installed it, we saved $200 a month that allowed us to do other things for the family.
Your home the same way it worked for NASA.
And here you have a spacecraft that's got, in the shadowy side of the spacecraft, you've got a temperature of maybe minus 460 degrees Fahrenheit, probably minus 450. On the sunny side, it might be plus 200 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's at the same time, one and the same time. And you have to be able to have a comfortable environment inside, which we did.
Many people wondered why the landing ship for the moon was covered in that shiny aluminum foil-looking material.
Quite simply, that was their thermal shield.
It reflected the heat and radiation from the sun away from the ship.
And it reflected the internal heat from the ship back in and kept the astronauts comfortable. It's made with 2 sheets of pure aluminum adhered together to create a 2-sided reflector.
When installed directly on top of your insulation, heat waves put off by your roof are reflected before they can be absorbed by your existing insulation.
Without heat reflection, your insulation stores the heat and continually sends it into your home.
Reflect or absorb. Utility companies want you to absorb the heat while they collect the profits. Reflect the heat and allow you to pocket the savings.
And it works just as well in the winter.
That's why it's 2-sided.
In winter, you run the heater more, but most of the heat escapes through the roof.
Higher heating costs, but less warmth.
Flex the heat right back before it can escape. You use less heating money to keep your home more comfortable.
We just really enjoy the savings and the comfort level. It has really added a big difference to every room in our home.
I spent a lot of money putting increased insulation in my home, double pane windows, caulking, seals, high energy efficient air conditioning units, and I cut my energy bills by 10%, and I was satisfied with that. And then I put reflective technology in my home, and it cut my bills another 15%, and I spent 1/10 as much money as I did on all those other things. And I think the best thing you can do for energy conservation in a home is reflective technology.
It's simple, fast, and effective.
We simply lay the reflective insulation in your attic over the existing
and water heater. Your hot water stays hotter longer, saving you money.
Once installed, you'll find that Eaves reflective insulation is of superior quality.
That it's safe.
And provides many benefits.
It really added to the comfort of our home. Not only that, but also economically. When I saw the demonstration of the reflective technology, as an architect, I knew it had to work.
Reflective technology is becoming the mode of insulating, and it's saving lives.
It is a proven technology. In fact, one of the more proven uses of it is in the fire departments and forestry service. Butte, Montana, for example, had a huge forest fire that trapped 73 firefighters, and literally the fire went over them 3 separate times with excess 1,200-degree temperatures. All of them survived unscathed. So it only makes sense. If it worked in space application, if it worked in fire departments, it's definitely going to work in your home.
The time has finally come to provide our families with what they need.
The time has finally come for the elderly to have a more comfortable home on a fixed income.
The time has finally come to save our hard-earned money for the future.
Help yourself and your family by acting now. It's time to take control of your own environment.
And build a more promising future by using the money you've been giving away to your utility companies.
It's your investment.
It's your return on the investment.
Build a better life.
You're watching 10 TV Eyewitness News with Kurt Ludlow and Helen Neal. Meteorologist Kim Adams weather, and Jay Crawford sports. This is WBNF TV, your #1 source for news.
The fire in the sky can really heat things up here in central Ohio. Air conditioners and fans have been running up bills as they run nonstop, trying to keep up with the 90-degree heat. But a company claims that some new technology is now available to cool your home in the summer and warm it in the winter without using electricity at all. But is it too good to be true? Meteorologist Kim Adams puts this space-age product to the test.
It's called the Radiant Barrier, a reflective foil that promises to replace your need for an air conditioner. But does this sandwich wrap look-alike really work? NASA seems to think so. The spacesuits used to protect astronauts from extreme heat and cold are made from several layers of reflective foil. Now that same technology is being used to shield our homes from Ohio's out-of-this-world weather. Lee Brown is the owner of Advanced Energy in Grove City. He not only sells the Radiant Barrier, he swears by it. So we decided to visit a home that uses the product in the attic. Outside, it was 81 in the shade. Inside, with the windows closed and the ceiling fan on, it was 76. But I still wasn't convinced. So Lee pulled out the heat lamp.
So hold it right there, just like that. Hold it as long as you can.
Pretty hot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, now give me your other hand that you didn't use and put it underneath there and tell me what do you feel?
Very little. Very little heat at all.
Exactly.
We also put 2 thermometers into a wooden box with insulation. The side that had the radiant barrier over the insulation stayed at room temperature, but the side without it soared to 100 within 3 minutes. Ready to buy it? Tim Nicolini did for his detached garage.
What I've noticed is that there's just a significant decrease in the temperature in the garage. Usually it's always cooler in the garage than it is outside, whereas beforehand it was always hotter in the garage.
Now, if it works, they say this radiant barrier can save you as much as 40 to 50% off your utility bills.
And it just goes right up in the attic.
It goes right up in the attic. The good thing is, if you move, you roll it up and you take it with you. I swear you do.
Leave it behind.
That customer sounded convinced.
Yeah.
It was cooler in the house. Now, it was 80 outside, only 76 in the house, so you're thinking, well, it's not that big of a difference. But this was the morning that we went there. It was in the early morning hours, and in the sun, it was probably about 85, 86 degrees. But that shot was in the shade. So it really did feel cooler in the house, I have to admit it.
And if NASA uses it, it must be...
You can pin it on the green movement, the tax cuts, or the growing cost of energy. Fox Charlotte meteorologist Derek James shows us why some homeowners are willing to make a significant investment to produce their own energy.
You can't tell by looking at it, but the sun's rays are doing more than simply shining down on this Clover, South Carolina home. Don Poole's house, outfitted with solar panels and other equipment, is producing a lot of its own power.
I get mad when I see oil prices go up. I get mad when I see oil speculators jacking up the prices of this and coal people jacking up the price of that and putting it to the customer. And this time, the customer can put a little back to them.
Before the first solar panels went up, this space-age Reynolds wrap known as shield was installed in Don's attic to reflect heat out in the summer, in during the winter.
Unless your home's efficient and operating properly, you can generate all the solar energy you want and it's still going to be wasted.
Along with the solar electricity panels, Don has a solar hot water heater and a solar pool heater. That sound you hear right now is the water being pumped out of Don's pool up to the solar collectors. It's quickly warmed through the tubes, and then this is the exit tube right here. That warmer water is sent back out, and Don, with a thermostat for the water temperature, can set it to 87 or 85 degrees, even in March or April.
And so right now they've got it set on 85, and they've got 84 in the pool.
Tax credits pay for nearly half the cost of solar investments. The systems vary in how long it takes to pay off the rest. Don's looking at the long-term savings, but so far,
saving at least 60% a month.
And he's proud to reduce his carbon footprint. Derek James, Fox News.
Along with tax credits for solar energy, North Carolina has a program that buys excess energy back at a higher rate than what you pay your local utility company.